You know, today's swing tip is really not a tip. It's kind of as a golf instructor, somebody been around golf for, hate to say it, but for 40 years, I had to finally come out and say, hey, this thing with Tiger and his golf swing, it is not that complicated. And I'm concerned with, well, just watch the golf tip. It's about Tiger today. Enjoy.
Okay, so I just had to finally have this discussion. My name is Jeff Harrison. I'm a golf professional. I've been teaching and playing golf competitively at a very high level since 1981. So I feel I'm qualified to say this. When I watch a tour player, whether it's Tiger Woods or Rory McIlroy or whoever it is, or one of my students, and they're not hitting it straight and they want to hit it straight, the first thing we have to do is we have to educate them in what does it take to hit this ball straight. When I see somebody like Tiger Woods who, for all intents and purposes, he's working on his game, and yet he's not taking it to the golf course. And I have two things I want to talk about today. First of all, just understanding that to hit the ball straight, Tiger, and I say this to Tiger, I mean, if Tiger would have asked me, hey, if he would take my phone call and say, what could I do differently? What could I do to hit the ball straight and depend on, that it's going to go where I want it to go? Well, the first thing I do is say, Tiger, to hit straight, a couple things have to happen. First of all, you've got to have the club going down the target line perpendicular to the target line. In other words, square to the target line, and you have to have the club traveling down that target line. When that happens, physics takes over and it just puts backspin on the ball, and the ball has to go straight. Now, it has nothing to do with contact. We're just talking about the ball projecting straight away. When I see Tiger hit the ball, 50 yards right and 50 yards left, he's what I call out of sequence. In other words, his body and his arms are not matched up. I think back to 2001 where Tiger was a world-dominating golfer. I mean, he beat the world. I think that year, I don't remember how many he won, but he won a lot of tournaments. But he won the British Open in very difficult situations. And I just remember in part of our teaching programs that we use for filming, there's a video of him in there. And it's so impressive that everything is in sync. His golf swing is in sync. And right now, I would say, Tiger, your body is rotating so much faster than your arms are, and so you get your club behind your arms behind the ball. Now, I know that's not a news flash. You listen to the guys on the TV, and they say, well, he's stuck. What does stuck mean? It just means your arms and your body are not in sync. If you think of a swing that is an epitome of it's together. In other words, it's in sync. It's a guy like Steve Stricker. Everything is back together, through together. Prior to that was Mark O'Meara. Back together, through together. Really sound. In the middle of that is Tiger Woods. When he was swinging in 2001, together. When he was working with Butch Harmon, he had that all in sync. Now, that's the ultimate goal, I would think, Tiger, is you need to get your arms in sync with your body. Either speed up your arms or slow down your hips. One of the two, you've got to get them at some point together. Or you say, listen, when I swing like this, which is, quite frankly, it's like a drag racer. The hips just explode. Then you have to say, all right, what kind of shot does this produce? And instead of getting on the golf course and lining up for the perfectly straight shot and then doing what you currently are doing, which is your hips are so much faster than your lower body, and it causes a particular type of shot, line up for it and play it. Stop trying to be someone you're not. Now, I use the example quite often of saying, hey, I'm going to go in and get fit for a suit. And my tailor measures me and he says, Jeff, you're a 36. And I say, I'm not 36, I'm 34. But let's say he measures me and he says, you're a 36. And I say, well, you know what? I'm a 36, but I really want you to make a suit for 34. And he looks at me kind of weird and he says, well, why? It doesn't fit you. That's exactly what Tiger's doing, or any other golfer that takes a lesson, knows what they're supposed to do, but still is who they are. They're not who they want to be yet. And so they struggle. So, one swing is okay, the next swing's not, and it's up and down. You're constantly playing golf swing. And I think even Butch Harmon mentioned it, said if Tiger would just go out and play golf and quit thinking golf swing, that would be a beautiful thing. Well, Tiger gets out there and he's lining up with the expectations to hit a particular shot and a particular swing, and it's not happening. So then he's fixing that. Now, He's smarter than that. He's much smarter than that. The guy is incredible. But what I do see that's happening is Tiger gets out there, and for a period of time, and this is only a guesstimation because I don't know this. I don't know Tiger, but I'm thinking at the early part of the year when he was playing well and at Bay Hill he won, this syncing of his body and his arms together was perfect. I mean, he had a very good start of the year. Then when he came back, I have this sneaky feeling that said that he thought, okay, I'm on track. Now I can go ahead and put speed to it. Guess what? He can't. He's all over the map. Missed a cut last week. You know, today is Friday, the second day of the Players Championship. I don't know if he'll make the cut. He's 2 over par going into the second round. You got to get it back on track, Tiger, meaning you just have to work, turn and turn. Now, what would I suggest? Here's what I suggest. Drills make changes. Tiger, I'd get in front of a mirror, and I would swing until I could feel like that sink, that my hands are staying in front of my body. They're not getting stuck behind me. They're not getting ahead of me. They're staying in front of my body, and my body is rotating. That's what I would do. That's what I would tell Tiger if all of a sudden my phone rang and said, hey, this is Tiger Woods. What can I do to start winning? I would get in sync. And until you do, find out what shots you are hitting and just line up and play them. Play golf, Tiger. Fix your swing on the driving range, but play golf when you get out there, whoever you are. So when your tailor measures you and says, hey, right now, when we first did it, you were 36. Now you're a 35. You're still not a 34. Buy clothes that fit a 35 and work towards a 34. My name is Jeff Harrison. I hope you enjoyed this. This is just my take on it. I just watch this all the time, and it's just like, it starts making me pull my hair out of like, this is not rocket science. You want to get it straight? Certain things have to happen. Physics supports that. Not somebody's idea of what he should do, but physics. Take it back down to the basic stuff. Hey, when you drop a ball, physics says gravity will pull it to the earth. Certain things happen when you want to hit the ball straight. Certain things have to happen. It's not by chance. Tiger, it's by design. Thanks for joining me. Again, I'm Jeff Harrison.